Hey guys, it's Kirtesh.Cara here, and a very warm welcome to this short introduction video. I've decided to shoot this video because I've got a lot of requests from people wanting to know how to get involved and how to get started with Bitcoin using the safest platforms in the world, using the correct systems and strategies. So if you're watching this video, you've probably seen my post on Facebook. We've probably been connected for a while as friends, and I've just recently returned from Las Vegas and from Seattle, where we attended our company corporate event, as well as had the opportunity to visit our Bitcoin mining warehouse in Seattle. So this short video is going to basically give you the basics that you need in order to get started with Bitcoin using the correct systems and the correct strategies. So I'll just run through this short presentation and then I'll show you on what you need to do in order to get started. So I've basically been involved with Bitcoin for quite a long time. The company that I've started is called Social Media, and that's basically a social media management company. I've been doing this for the past 3 to 4 years now, and besides this, I do a lot of events throughout the world with regards to Bitcoin and personal development, as well as esports. We are recently getting involved with creating decentralized applications, as well as initial coin offerings, and building blockchain tech startups. So some of the companies I've been working with is Work Your Wealth. They are an international events organization. They do events throughout South Africa and internationally, focused on Bitcoin, focused on digital gold, focused on personal development, as well as teaching individuals how to create multiple streams of passive income. This is Robert Kiyosaki here in the picture. Some of the guys I've had the privilege of working with is Tony DeGoveo and Conray Labu-Skakni from Work Your Wealth. So I travel around with these guys, doing his presentations and helping them set up the events, as well as doing and managing all of the social media marketing for them. Myself personally, I run a company called Social Media, which does digital marketing, as well as Digital Entrepreneur, which is one of the social media and digital marketing companies that I've created to help individuals become digital entrepreneurs in this modern tech world that we live in. I've also created South Africa's first Bitcoin merchant directory, Bitcoin business merchant directory, which is known as bitcoinacceptedhere.co.za. So if I scroll down here, you'll basically be able to see that a bit better. So I'm just going to basically move on to the next slide. This is a picture or a selfie of us visiting our mine in Seattle. Here it is again. I'm with Conray and Tony, and this is Kurt, the guy from Rich Mine, Rich Man, who also does a lot of presentations throughout South Africa based on wealth creation. This is the outside of one of our EcoPod mines. It's one of our new mining systems that we are putting in place, which uses renewable energy to actually run the system. Here again, I'm pictured outside the mining infrastructure. This is a picture taken inside. It's a bit blurry because the lighting was not that good. But again, here I'm featured with this group in the back. Here is our Malaysian team. This is Conray and Tony, and these guys here are the guys that basically look after our mining systems and basically make sure everything is running 100% smooth in our mining infrastructure. Here again, I'm featured standing beside our mining hardware, and there's my business card there. You're gonna see that logo quite often, so everywhere I go, it's one of my signature business cards. So this is the Bitcoin Accepted Here website. It's basically a website designed to show people and local businesses how to get involved with Bitcoin, how to adopt Bitcoin in their businesses and start accepting Bitcoin as a method of payment, because we believe that it is basically going to be the future of the financial industry and the financial system. So you might as well start accepting Bitcoin to start generating new clients and people that have Bitcoin to spend. So if you've got a business, you can load it onto our website and we will do marketing for you, getting the right target market of people that have Bitcoin to come in to your shop and spend Bitcoin. Another platform that we're busy working with is called Built on Blockchain. We're basically going to be creating websites and a whole lot of other infrastructures and moving businesses from the traditional way of doing things to the blockchain system, which is one of the most securest and safest platforms to be on. And it's a ledger system that allows them to basically keep track of all their records and all of their data, but more on that a little bit later. So getting back to getting started with Bitcoin. There are basically three methods to get involved. The first one is to buy Bitcoin and store it in a digital wallet. This is a long-term strategy, and your aim here is to capitalize on the growth of Bitcoin. When I got started with Bitcoin, it was sitting at $400, and today, at the time of doing this recording, it's sitting on $10,000. So that on itself is a very massive growth. The second way to get involved with Bitcoin is to start mining Bitcoin, and then you earn a residual passive income on a daily basis. This is known as mining rewards. So most people are confused and they want to know what mining actually is. If we look at the traditional way of doing things, if you look at a bank, and if I have a debit card and I go to a store to buy a bottle of water, when that transaction goes through, that machine that I've used to swipe my card basically knows who I am and that there's money in my account, and it then transfers that money into the shop owner's account. The transaction is verified, the process goes through, I then get my product for the money that I have. With Bitcoin, it's decentralized, so there's no middleman doing this, meaning that it's not owned by any institution, it's a peer-to-peer currency, and in order for the transactions to be processed on the blockchain ledger, a system needs to be in place in order to verify these transactions. In other words, if I wanted to buy a product with Bitcoin, the transaction needs to be verified. So in simple terms, mining is basically a software that verifies global Bitcoin transactions, and you as a miner get a percentage reward for doing this. The easier way to explain it is like if you go to a local bank in your area and you tell the bank, look, you've got 10,000 Rand to give them to help them maintain the infrastructure, and every time transactions go through that bank, because you are maintaining their infrastructure, you will then get a percentage reward of all the transactions that happen through that banking system. Obviously, we cannot do that with the banking systems, but with Bitcoin you can do that, because you as a miner, you are the blockchain, you are the system that verifies the transactions, and your software and hardware does this for you in the background, and you basically just get passive income and mining rewards paid to you in Bitcoin. The third way to get involved with Bitcoin is to start accepting Bitcoin as a method of payment for your products and services. And that's one of the reasons why I created bitcoinaccepted.co.za, because in the future, in the not too long future, it's going to be a very viable platform because of the low transaction fees and because of it being a very safe system. Bitcoin has it doesn't allow a double spend feature. So once you spend Bitcoin, it's spent, and you cannot reverse the transaction unless the person that you send the Bitcoin to sends the Bitcoin back to you. So in that way, it makes the system very secure. If you were to think about it, essentially, back in the day, we've all been using digital currencies, and if you think of the first digital currency you've been using, it's actually airtime. So if I were to buy airtime, and if I get the voucher and I get the code on the voucher, that is a digital format of currency. I've paid 20 Rand or 100 Rand for that voucher, then I fill it into my phone, and the transaction happens, and I then get 100 Rand worth of airtime on my phone. Now, have you ever tried spending one airtime voucher on two phones simultaneously? It is impossible to do so. And in the exact same way that that system is secure, Bitcoin is a very secure payment method, and that is why it is receiving global recognition. So our vision as to what we're doing is to basically equip every person in South Africa with the knowledge, the skills, and the tools required for them to become digital entrepreneurs. So we do this by basically introducing them to digital tools, social media, digital marketing, blockchain technology, and digital currencies. We will teach them how to get involved with Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies using safe and secure platforms, transact with Bitcoin globally, how to set up a digital wallet, and then how to start saving in spendable gold. Now, we refer to this as being the digital gold revolution, and the guys that are members of our DISA Academy, they will obviously receive insider info and invites to all the events that take place internationally and in South Africa. So if you're interested in that, pop me a message and I can send you more info on that. So let's get back to getting started with Bitcoin. And if you think about it, the most logical way and the most obvious way for you to get involved with Bitcoin is to first exchange your fiat paper money for cryptocurrency. So you do this using an exchange platform such as Altcoin Trader or such as LUNO. I'm going to run through this in a short while as well. I'll take you through the Altcoin Trader website and the LUNO account. So you basically create an account with them, and you then exchange your rands or your dollars for Bitcoin. That is the first way to get involved or to acquire some Bitcoin. So what is the best strategy for you? There are obviously two strategies. Should you buy or should you mine Bitcoin? Personally, I have bought Bitcoin, and I have some stored away in my wallet. At the same time, I mine Bitcoin and I receive Bitcoin on a daily basis using the specialized systems and software that we have in place. And this is as easy as setting up a Facebook account, which I'm going to take you through shortly. So let's have a look at an example, right? So let's say the estimated Bitcoin price today is $10,000. So let's say you buy $1,000 worth of Bitcoin today. That will equal to that's going to give you 0.1 Bitcoin. Let's go back there. 0.1 Bitcoin, right? So if you keep this stored away in your wallet for 1 year, and let's assume Bitcoin doubles in price every year, and you wait for Bitcoin to reach $20,000 in value, your initial 0.1 Bitcoin that you spend $1,000 for, when Bitcoin doubles in price to $20,000, your 0.1 Bitcoin will then be worth $2,000, and you would have made 100% return. We can't say for sure when Bitcoin will reach $20,000, but looking at the growth of it over the past few years, it is more than likely that Bitcoin is going to hit $20,000 by December 2018. So whatever you put into Bitcoin this year, by December 2018, you will more than double your money in Bitcoin. At the same time, let's say you take $1,000 and you buy yourself a mining contract. Now, with our mining contracts, we are currently being rewarded 5% a month on our Bitcoin mine. So if you've been mining for a long time and if you are compounding using our specialized systems and you're using our strategies, then you could get up to 10% a month. But that we can obviously discuss as you get more involved with Bitcoin and as you get more involved with what we're doing. But to be relatively safe and conservative, we're going to stick to just 5% a month. So if you're generating 5% a month on your $1,000 Bitcoin mining contract, and if Bitcoin is at $10,000, that's the estimated price, then you're going to be generating $50 of Bitcoin every single month, which is about 0.01 Bitcoin on average. So your $50 a month on a $1,000 mining contract, it will give you 5% a month on your mining contract. Now, if you think about it, 5% a month is a 60% a year growth, and the banks are currently giving you anything between 5% to 8% a year. So 5% a month is way better than having your money kept in the bank. At the same time, as you are producing Bitcoin and as Bitcoin price increases, the value of your portfolio is obviously going to increase as well. So that is why it's a good option to hold onto Bitcoin and to mine Bitcoin. So let's say the price stays the same, and after 1 year you have acquired 0.01 Bitcoin times 12. So you're mining 0.01 Bitcoin a month. At the end of 12 months, you have 0.12 Bitcoin. So after 1 year, if Bitcoin is $10,000 in value, your 0.12 Bitcoin is actually going to be $2,400. I'm just going to double check on a calculator if that is correct, because I may have made a slight error there. So 0.12 times $10,000, 0.12 times $10,000 actually equals to $1,200. So what I was referring to here was after 1 year, if Bitcoin doubled in price, so instead of this being $10,000, it actually needed to be $20,000. I'm just going to rectify that quickly. So let's go and rectify that. $20,000. Let's save it. Let's go back. Give me 1 second. And we're back. Okay, so after 1 year, you've acquired 0.12 Bitcoin. Bitcoin has then increased to $20,000 instead of $10,000, and now your value has increased to $2,400. If we go back here, we said that you're going to be generating 0.01 Bitcoin on average a month. 0.01 times 12 months gives you 0.12 Bitcoins. After 1 year, that will be $1,200 if Bitcoin stays at $10,000. But if it goes to $20,000, then obviously you're going to double up and you're going to have $2,400, which makes logical sense there. So let's take into consideration, right? So if you are mining Bitcoin, you essentially own what is known as a digital mine. So this digital mine is going to produce Bitcoin for you on a daily basis as Bitcoin transactions happen every single day. And transactions need to take place every single day. And if you decide to spend some Bitcoin, so let's say you're mining Bitcoin and you decide to spend the Bitcoin that you've mined, right? The mine will still produce for you more Bitcoin the following day and the next day and the next. So if you produce $50 worth of Bitcoin today, and if you spend that $50 worth of Bitcoin, you are basically going to have another $50 tomorrow that you can spend again. If you buy and hold Bitcoin, so if I buy $50 of Bitcoin today and if I spend that $50, the only way for me to acquire more Bitcoin is to go and buy more Bitcoin. But if I'm mining Bitcoin, I'm producing Bitcoin through the transactions and I'm getting rewarded as a percentage return, and I can therefore spend that Bitcoin and then know for a sure fact I'm going to receive more Bitcoin the following day. So It's very easy to get started. I can jump on a call, I can do a Skype call, and I can show you in detail using my back office how this actually works. So I'm actually going to cut this presentation now, and I'm going to go to the website quickly here. This is one of the platforms that we use. I basically spoke about Altcoin Trader first. So Altcoin Trader is a reliable platform which you can then exchange. So you basically create your login and you create an account here. Once you've got your account created, you can then deposit funds into Altcoin Trader. You can then exchange it for Bitcoin, and it gives you. Now, please note that there are fees here as well for exchanging Bitcoin. So if you want to buy one Bitcoin at today's price, it's going to cost you 165,000 Rand. You don't have to buy one. You can buy 0.1 Bitcoin, which is going to cost you 16,000 Rand, or you can buy 0.01 Bitcoin, which is going to cost you 1,653 Rand. So you can start with whatever you are comfortable with and take it from there. The other platform that we use is called LUNO. So LUNO is the easiest way to buy Bitcoin and Ethereum. Ethereum is another form of digital currency. We'll get into that a little bit later. But LUNO basically makes it safe for you to buy and store and learn about digital currencies in South Africa. It's quite a reputable application. They've got steps here that you can use to sign up, deposit money, and then they show you how to actually buy Bitcoin or Ethereum. So if you have any questions on this, you just let me know, and I'll be more than willing to help you get set up. If I log into my account here, it's going to ask me for my second factor authenticator here. So I basically just enter my email address. I click next. It's going to ask me for my password, so I enter that, and then there's 3 steps of verification here. So the next step is a second factor authenticator code. This is on my mobile application, and it changes every 30 seconds. So if I don't have my cell phone with me, I am not able to log into my account, which makes it quite, even though it's a bit irritating, it makes it quite secure, and I actually like that. So once I'm logged into my LUNO Wallet, you can see here that I have 0.3 Bitcoin, which is equal to 48,000 Rand. Now, in order for me to deposit funds into my LUNO Wallet, I simply go to More, I click Deposit Money. I can then select the bank, the amount that I want. I can then choose my bank that I'm banking with, whether it's Absa or Standard Bank or whatever it is. So choose your bank, sign into your bank, and then receive a deposit. That's all. So get started. If I'm with Standard Bank, I'll click Standard Bank. If I want to put 10 Rand, I will put 10 Rand. I'll click Next. It's then going to give me a reference number there. It's going to give me the banking details for LUNO. I can then go and deposit money into LUNO, and this will then reflect in my wallet. So I do have multiple wallets in here. You have a BTC wallet. You have a BCH wallet, which is Bitcoin Cash. It's also another currency to get involved with. And then you have an Ethereum wallet as well as a ZAR wallet. So I've got about 9,857 Rand sitting in a ZAR wallet, and I can use this to go and buy Bitcoin if I want. I simply click on Buy, and I enter the amount of Bitcoin that I would like to exchange my fiat paper money with for Bitcoin. So I click on ZAR there. I can, if I want to buy 100 Rand worth of Bitcoin, I can do that. It tells me that's the amount I have available. As soon as I click next, it'll do the purchase for me, right? So that makes it quite simple. Now, to get started with mining, the warehouse that you see me in is part of a company called Lifestyle Galaxy. So you would need to use my username when signing up, and that is socialmedia.lifestylegalaxy.com. You basically visit that website, and it's going to take you to our homepage. Now, we've been around for, I would say, 7 or 8 years. This was way before Bitcoin even became popular, and before Bitcoin we were actually doing social media and esports and mobile applications. So on our website you will see that we have a wide variety of products, from esports to mobile applications to penny auction sites to Galaxy Growth, which is a platform that allows you to basically increase your personal development. And Learning Galaxy is an esports game that helps students and kids develop themselves using mathematical games and using a wide variety of online learning tutorials to increase their IQ and to increase their capacities at school and on campus. So this is our core features, and because we are a technological company, the most obvious thing for us to do with the current trend is to get involved with Bitcoin. So if you click on Galaxy Mining, it's going to take you to our Galaxy Mining website. Once you're on our website, you will see that we say that we are the most secure cryptocurrency mine in the world. As you browse through the website, it's going to tell you how Bitcoin works. It's going to tell you what mining is. It's going to tell you the most efficient way to mine and who is currently investing in mining as well, such as Bill Gates, Richard Branson, Mark Anderson. It also gives you an indication of, if we have a look here, people that are accepting, and companies that are accepting Bitcoin, such as Virgin Galactic, such as Victoria's Secret, Tesla, Microsoft. So there's a lot of companies that are actually accepting Bitcoin, which makes it quite a reliable currency. Now, for you to get started with mining, you simply click on Start Mining Now. This is then going to take you to a page where you can select your Bitcoin mining. So you're going to select Bitcoin mining. Galaxy mining allows you to mine other currencies such as Ethereum, Expanse, and Zcash, but we're going to start with Bitcoin mining first. You're then going to choose a package that you are happy with. You can start from $25, which is about 400 rands, going all the way to $500. We do have packages that range up to $10,000, but these are obviously for more advanced users. I would suggest starting up with at least $100 or $500 US in order for you to see good returns, because you're going to be making 5% a month, and on 400 rand you're going to be making, what's that, 20 rands a month, which is not a good return. But if you are skeptical and if you want to see how the system works, then you're more than welcome to start with $25, and you can obviously add on to these packages as time goes on. So let's basically go, and if I select a $100 mining contract, I am then, the username or sponsor is going to be social media. Please make sure it is as that. If it's not that, please enter it as social media. You're then going to enter your username there, which could be Joe Black as an example. You will enter your first name, last name, email, confirm all of that stuff. You will then keep your payment method as Bitcoin. You will then view the agreement and you will agree on it. Once you've done all of this and you agree, it's going to take you to a page that's going to prompt you to pay for your mining contract in Bitcoin. So I'm going to end off the video here. So, you know, if you get to this point and if you need help with making the purchase, then you're more than welcome to contact me. The video is already sitting on 21 minutes and I do not want to go more. I do not want the video to be longer than 25 minutes. I will shoot another video explaining more of this in detail, but for now I think this is sufficient to allow you to get started, because once you've done this and once you're in your Bitcoin platform, you will then receive a back office which will allow you to see your daily returns. It will show you what your mining power is. Like, this is my current mining power here. I have 54,000 gigahash in mining power, and I am at the moment producing about $23 in Bitcoin a day and about $694 US of Bitcoin every single month. So that is why mining is so effective. I've purchased my mining contract once and it produces for me $694 US of Bitcoin on a monthly basis. If I were to calculate that, $694 US times that by, let's say, 14 rand, that's about 9,760 rands of Bitcoin I get every single month for doing absolutely nothing. So thank you for watching this video. I look forward to you joining my Lifestyle Galaxy platform. I look forward to helping you get started with Bitcoin in South Africa. If you have any questions, if you're stuck, if you need to know anything, you've got me on Facebook, you've got me on WhatsApp. Simply add me, connect with me, send me an email, send me a message, and I'll guide you through the steps one by one. So thanks again, and I look forward to you enjoying your journey with Bitcoin and enjoying your journey with us.